All right, so we're going to create a dragon boat for a game asset inside of Maya. And the first thing we'll need to do is set up our interface with a toolbar and the template to make our model from. So I'm going to go to the upper left-hand corner of the Maya interface, and I'm going to click on the gray triangle above the red point selection tool. If I hold it down with my left mouse, I get the option to make a new shelf. And I'll call it Dragon Boat. And I'm going to start to add some of the essential tools on my toolbar. Now, if I hold down my Control and Shift, I can use these menus at the top to add the tools I want. So we're going to go and add the essentials, and as we need more tools, we'll just add them. So first off, I'm going to go to Edit, Delete by Type History, and then I'm going to go to Modify Center Pivot, and then I'm going to go to Edit Mesh, and I'm going to choose Extrude down at the bottom. And I will go to Mesh Tools, and I'm going to choose the Modeling Kit, and we'll see what that is like as we proceed. Then I'm going to go to Mesh Tools, Insert Edge Loop. Once again, Mesh Tools, and I'm going to go to Merge Vertex Tool. And I'm going to hit Command S to save. Now, as we proceed, we'll add more. But now let's go ahead and let's set up our template to use as a reference to make our model. So I'm going to hold down the space bar. I'm going to go to Create, and I'm going to go to Free Image Plane. Now, when it comes up, you'll see this square green box. If I were to Control A, it's going to give me my attributes for the free image plane, and you'll notice that it's very much like importing a texture map at this point. I'll click on the yellow folder. I'll go out to my project folder, and I'm going to get my art, and I'll open it, and you can see it's kind of large, so I'll simply use my scale tool, which is R, and I'm going to make it much smaller and more manageable. At this point, it really is subjective on how big you want it to be, but don't let it cover up your whole interface. And I'm placing it in the front view with the bottom of the boat, like so. Okay. Now I prefer to work with the head pointing to the right, so I'm going to go and I'm going to just rotate this image on the y-axis to 180. Okay. Now, one other thing I'll want to do is go back to the attributes. So I'll set Control A, and you'll notice that there's a term called alpha gain. I'm going to make that 0.5, and it's going to give me some translucence so that when I've got my model here and I manipulate it in, say, the perspective view, I can still see the geometry and the drawing at the same time. One last thing we want to do now is to click in the upper right hand corner right above that trash can, because I want to go back to that channels window again, and I want to add this to its own layer. Alright, so I'm going to click with it selected. I'm going to click on the little blue ball that rests on that white plane and has a gold star. And then on layer 1, which is where the template is, now I'm going to double click and name that, and I'll name it template, and I'll hit save. Now, what this essentially means is that we can turn that on and off when we need to. And if I click in the empty box to the right of the V twice, I will see an R. And that means that this cannot be moved accidentally during the modeling process.